All right, it certainly is a beautiful campus here, beautiful city here, and doesn't this state's fine Democratic senator know that? I'm talking about Missouri Democrat Claire McCaskill. Senator, very good to see you.
Thank you. Welcome to St. Louis.
It's beautiful.
We're happy to have all of you here.
All right. All right, I'm happy to hear that. We were talking about what comes up tonight in the opening. I know it's a town hall forum, but let's say it goes to Hillary Clinton first. She deals with a studio audience member's question. Should she take this on right away? Should she address it? The Donald Trump comments first.
Well, I think it all depends on what the question is. I think she will, watching her in a town hall setting, she really tries to listen to the question and answer the question for the person who is asking it. That's what a town hall is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be about pivoting and saying what you want to say.
But they always do.
Well, they do,
always do, right?
But I think the audience, gets it when they do that they're trying to avoid answering questions. So I think she'll answer the question. I think it obviously will come up, but I think it's more likely, for him to begin round 3 of trying to do a sincere apology. I mean, the first one was not an apology. The second one looked like he needed to hold up a newspaper to prove the date because it looked like a hostage tape.
Now you're being a little mean.
A little.
But you think one more apology, or be very contrite, and I'm hearing from a lot of people who still support him, move on. Can he move on? I
don't know if he can or not. He's very defensive by nature, and frankly, I don't know that the American people are going to be able to move on. This is unprecedented to have someone who has shown now a tendency to be a predator. I don't think we want a predator.
Well, he is arguing, his people have argued. I don't know if they do take the nuclear option, Senator, where whatever he says doesn't match what Bill Clinton did. If he goes there, what do you think of that?
Well, first of all, Bill Clinton's not running for president. I mean, Hillary Clinton defended her husband, and if that's the basis of her disqualification. On the other hand, she respected her marriage vows and stayed in her marriage.
But I think the rap was that she went after and targeted his accusers when, in retrospect, it looked like the accusers were right.
I think that a lot of that is going to a personal part of her marriage. I don't think that gets him one vote.
Yeah.
I think really what Hillary Clinton will do tonight is talk about the contrast in terms of the substance of her policies, the stability of her record, her ability to move into the Oval Office in a way that can protect our nation and make us proud, not make all of us slightly embarrassed. Because
but you even as a woman and a senator at the time in 2006 were embarrassed by Bill Clinton when you said he's been a great leader, but I don't want my daughter near him. Now, you did dial it back a little afterwards, but it did raise up some embarrassing issues, right?
Well, listen, I said that I shouldn't have said it. It was mean and gratuitous, and I immediately apologized for it. Obviously,
but as
Donald Trump,
as a mom,
but
as a woman, you felt annoyed.
This is a guy who cannot really apologize. We have yet to see a sincere apology for anything. The Gold Star families, that shaming a young woman, calling out a judge as being unfair just because of where he came from. All of the things he's done in this campaign. And how about Megan? I mean, what he said, think about that. Blood coming out of her, whatever. I mean, how does someone running for president
I guess
say
what I'm saying,
those
I
words?
understand where you're coming from about going back and forth. It's a zero-sum game. It gets nasty. There's Bill Clinton. There's this. That's a separate issue. But it does come at a time whether Democrats are being consistent on the issue of honesty and owning up for your words. Hillary Clinton, these emails, I know there's a concern about Russian hacking and all, but that her comments on big banks, her comments on trade deals, her comments on the refugees tend to be in at variance with these emails that we come out, that she says one thing to crowds, quite another behind closed doors.
I disagree. I think first of all, we don't know if the context of these emails are correct. Russia alters emails when they hack. There's no question about that. We don't know exactly.
There's usually a lot of zeal to get stuff that comes out on Republicans.
But listen. Russia
you don't question the source there.
Russia, this is postmarked by Russia. Russia is trying to impact our elections. Every American should be outraged that they are messing around with the strongest democracy in the world.
I think you're right. It doesn't.
And I don't know where the outrage is on that.
On the issue of, let's say, even trade deals, on the issue of this Trans-Pacific Partnership deal that she once called the gold standard, or in other emails that she was for open, unfettered trade, largely in speeches before the brokerage community. Do you think that's fair game for Donald Trump tonight to say, which are you?
Well, I think he is not a good person to be talking about consistency of his positions, since he changes his positions almost like he changes his shirts. But having said that, she has been very consistent in this campaign. She's opposed to TPP. And she has said she voted against trade deals when she was in the Senate. She's judged the details of TPP.
But do you think it's just going to be nasty tonight?
I don't think she'll be nasty. I have no idea what Donald Trump will show up as tonight.
All right, but you don't seem to be a Donald Trump fan.
Probably not.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I got that right.
You got that part right.
Senator, thank you. Thank you for your hospitality as well.